Hey guys, it's Will here, and tonight I'm bringing you another unboxing video. Tonight, as you can see, I've got the Dark Eldar Talos. Now, this model has been around a fair few years now, but it's still a very nice kit, and as I've recently bought one for my Dark Eldar army, I decided it'd be a good opportunity to do an unboxing and show you what's in there. So let's take a look and see what we've got. Now, the first thing to note about this kit is that it makes both the Talos and the Cronos, so you can pick which one, but they both use the same sort of core to the model. So we've got our instruction manual. It's one of the modern GW ones with all the nice little diagrams and numbered. So having had a quick look at this already, it looks like it should be fairly straightforward to build as long as you follow the instructions. We've got obviously the sprues, and then somewhere in here, yeah, we've got our bases. So this is a round-topped flying stand, similar to what you'd get for a Venom. I'm just going to put that to one side and take a look at the sprues. So we've got 3 of them here, and as you can see, they're pretty packed with a lot of detail. So this first one here, we have the main body of the Talos. So let's see, we've got the tops of the carapace, sort of the core bodywork of it, and I really like how parts of this are very clearly sort of flesh and living material, but then it's got these mechanical parts wired into it. I think it's just a really cool idea. And as you can see, we've got a nice sort of selection of melee weapons here. We've got this big hook, we've got this sort of clawed hand, and then we've got some more carapace sections here, nice and spiky there. Give it a nice sort of spiky Dark Eldar feel. Second sprue has got some more close combat appendages here. These sort of hooked bits, I think these are for the chain flails. We've got the spirit siphon, I think that's called, that the Cronos can have as an option. We've got some injector apparatus, these bits that go on the back of the Talos, and then the heads, which are one of the key components I wanted here for a conversion. Because although obviously I want the Talos to include it in my army, you get these 4 different heads, which is really nice because you can use these to convert grotesques, because the current grotesque model is failcast and it's direct order only, and quite frankly I don't want to be dealing with it. So I've got some plans for conversions, but I'm going to need the spares from this kit. Final sprue is more weapon appendages, but these tend to be more for the Cronos. These more sort of like whip, spiky whip type appendages tend to go with the Cronos. I think you've also got some more heads for the Cronos, spiky bits to go on the back. And then the Talos tail and tail weapons, so we've got this nice long tail piece here, that's all one component. And then you've got all the different weapon options, stinger pods, heat lances, haywire blasters, and the standard splinter cannon, which is what I think I'm going to do. So yeah, that's the Talos. Quite a nice, is it Talos or Talos? I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but quite a nice looking model, I think, and should be fun to build up. So I'm going to get this built up and then show you what it looks like when it's finished. So here's the Talos fully assembled, and yeah, it went together all right. I went for the standard loadout with the 2 close combat weapons and the splinter cannon, the dual splinter cannons in the end, because I just think I'll run it as the standard 120 points, no need to worry about extra upgrades for what I want to use him for. But yeah, the model went together pretty well on the whole. The instructions were very clear, there weren't any problems of knowing what needs to be done. It's yeah, a very spiky model. It might be a bit of a pain to transport and store, but I'm sure with enough foam and bubble wrap that will be all right. The one complaint I would have about the assembly of the model is the arms. In this joint at the top of the arms, just there, I thought there would be quite a lot of posability. It would be like a ball and socket joint, but it's not. It only really fits in one way, which reduced the posability of the arms. In the end I went for this sort of basic pose, and the It's got this like big blade hanging down, and then I turned the wrist round on this one, so he's doing more of a just bring it rather than the sort of the standard sort of hanging down wrist that it's shown with on the box, if I remember rightly. Just try and give it a little bit of character in the pose, and angled off the tail weapon a bit. But yeah, I think if I was to do more of these in future, I would pin the arms and then green stuff them to allow me to have a bit more posability rather than the sort of the standard arms dangling type pose that, you know, while all well and good, you don't want every model in your army to look the same. But yeah, like I say, not a bad little model there, went together fine. One tip I would give to you building this model is just take your time though, because a lot of the pieces kind of depend on other pieces to be fully dry before you attach them. For example, if you glue this tail section in and then try to glue on the tail weapon, if the tail section itself isn't fully dry, it will start to sort of droop off to one side, or come loose from the socket if this joint isn't dry, and things like the arms starting to come out if you attach the lower arm before the upper arm is fully set. So just a model to take your time with. Anyway, one final thing I'm going to do for this video is show you what it looks like painted up. So yep, I'll see you in what will be a matter of seconds in this video, but probably several weeks in real life while I get this bad boy painted up. And here we have my completed Talos. I've fully painted it up now so you can see what it looks like. And yeah, I think it is a very nice model. It looks great. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. And yeah, certainly no complaints about the finished product. Actually getting there was a little bit fiddly. There's no real obvious place to hold it when you're painting, because it's so many spiky bits. It's like, where do I put my hand? And I don't like to keep them on the base because I like the base is removable for transport, so that was a little bit fiddly. As you can see, I've given him a scenic base here, so rather than the standard clear skimmer stand, I instead gave him this, which is just a dreadnought size base with a bit of spare flight stand in there, so that's all pretty simple, and then did like a nice snow and ice effect base on there to fit in with the rest of my army. And yeah, on the whole, pleased with how it's come out. One thing I would say in hindsight is this tail section and the lower body here where all the vials come off, I would keep that separate from the main upper body and the arms, and paint those as a separate part, because they're it just, I think, would be a bit less fiddly. There'd be less bits getting in the way of each other and just allow you to finish the model a bit quicker. But on the whole, certainly can't complain. So that is the Dark Eldar Talos. Thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned, because at some point in the future you'll get to see this guy in a bat rep with my my ever expanding Dark Eldar army. See you guys later. Bye.